Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage, and I am here with Kathryn Pedersen. What's up, Kathryn?
How are you?
I'm doing good. So
Good.
I've interviewed you a lot. So for anybody that's watching this call, I don't know. I mean, over 3 times I have interviewed you. You could go into our channel. You could either search by her name, and I'll put a link to one of our recent interviews in below. So if you're watching this, it's in YouTube, and in the description, I'll put a link to a bigger interview that we've done. So we want to talk a little bit about how you're using Mortgage Coach, how you're getting value in today's market. Let's start with where are you, what market are you in, and a little bit about your production.
Absolutely. I'm in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, which is a little town in northern Colorado. And last year I did about just over 50 million, just under 200 units. This year I'm at about 55 units. We always pick up in the summer though, and at about 18 million. So we expect this year to be better than last. So that's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. By the way, I loved that Microsoft story that you sent me. That was so cool.
Thanks. It was a lot of work. I have a different appreciation for actors and actresses. It was a long couple days, but it was really, really fun. So I'm glad you liked it.
Good. I liked it. And by the way, I'm going to put a link to that below too. If you want to get to know Kathryn, her story as a working mom, about the technology that you're using. By the way, how do you like that device?
Oh, I love it. I'm on it now. That's what I'm being filmed on at the moment. But yeah, it's great. I can work from anywhere quickly. I'm fully mobile, which is a great thing to be, and it's my everyday computer, so I don't have to go back and forth on use, and it's easier for my brain. As you know, we have a lot going on, so the less I have to learn and do different in one place or the other, the better. So I love my Surface.
Yeah, no, the Surface is awesome, and anybody who watches the video at 40 seconds into it, that is a Mortgage Coach sighting. So we loved the whole Mortgage Coach crew. I forwarded that, and everybody loved it. So
good.
That was great to see. Graphs and charts, families making better decisions.
Yeah, it's a good tool for us to have on our Surface with them.
Yeah, right on. So how are you using Mortgage Coach mostly right now in your mortgage practice?
Overall, we love to send out different scenarios, let's say FHA, conventional, whatever else, to our buyers. We send it out on basically every refinance. So we're really using that to show different options to our buyers, but we also use it for our continuing education classes that we give to our real estate partners here in Steamboat and other areas. So that's been really helpful for us to show that as a teaching tool as well, of here's the difference between a conventional file or a conventional loan and a VA loan and an FHA loan, and why one is better or worse than others.
Yeah, no, there's something about when you kind of visualize that data with graphs and charts. Families like that.
Yes.
Can you think of any home buyers lately in the past 30 days where they came to you and either they were confused, but after you gave them a total cost analysis, they had more clarity, and it helped you. It helped you whether they did business with you, they gave you referrals. There was like a pivot in their thinking as a result of Mortgage Coach. Anything come to mind?
Absolutely. There was a family that we were trying to get that payment down to just as low as we could, and they had a pretty good seller credit. So we sent them the Mortgage Coach options on doing normal mortgage insurance versus doing, seller credit to buy out of, an upfront mortgage insurance premium, basically, just to show them what that did to the payment. And that helped clarify what that looks like and kind of what it costs, because it does get a little intimidating for people when they see that dollar amount, but we were able to show that it's overall it's a huge savings for them over time. They'll never have mortgage insurance, and really that helped seal the deal, so we got the loan and could move ahead.
Good. So something that, it's not like it was super complex, but it was complex for them. And by laying out the options with graphs and charts and Mortgage Coach, they were able to make a more effective, clear decision, and you ultimately differentiated yourself and won the business.
Right, absolutely. And that's huge for people to be able to see it. Even, and I joke about it, but even the colors are helpful, where you can really lay it out and look at things and mess with it. And then as they're looking at it, I can always change things and show them dynamically how that's changing their payment and making a difference for them.
Love it. And by the way, were they checking that out on your Surface, or were they looking at it on their devices?
On that one, we were doing Edge Live, so they were looking at it in a different place than I was. But certainly we do sometimes show that to them right on my computer, just like it is in the Surface Video.
Yeah, so, right.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, you said live, our Mortgage Coach Live experience. If you could just describe that for folks, because that is a cool feature, and I don't think enough mortgage coaches use that feature. So just really quickly, and do it kind of in the context of how you helped this family. Like they were where and you were doing what, so everybody kind of gets a lesson from that.
Yeah, so they weren't far. They were probably only 3 miles away, but at their office, and sometimes trying to get into the office, as you know, can be hard. So just I bring up the scenario. There's a button in there that says Edge Live. I click that. They're already in it, and I can then highlight different sections, highlight specific things, really show them what things look like. If they say, wait, can we add another purchase price of this, I can change that, and they'll see that as well on their end. So it's really helpful just to be able to talk through the numbers and them able to see that change right in front of them and know what that's going to look like. So I love the highlighting. That's my favorite part of it. So it's basically like me being on their computer, but not from the sake of I have to sit there with them and move their mouse. It's really dynamic and awesome. It's a quick way to show people lots of options.
Yeah, no, if you're watching this video and you don't know what Mortgage Coach Live is, I'll put a link to how to use our live feature down below in the description. So you were on a Surface. Do you happen to know what device? You don't know what device they were on. I do want to remind everybody that whether you're on an Apple phone, an Android phone, a Surface, you can use that live feature. So obviously, if you're on a mobile device, have the app installed. If it's Android or Apple, so you can use the live feature there. And then I assume you were on your Surface. So yeah, that's cool. That's a great story. I like that. So what about from a productivity standpoint? Obviously, the experience that we deliver is better than a fee worksheet. Is there any time savings, any productivity increases you get from using a total cost analysis with families?
Yeah, I use the templates. So basically what that is I can click, let's say USDA or FHA, and it'll pre-fill everything in there. So I'm not having to put in the mortgage insurance and the rate and all that. So that's already all templated. So I can do a mortgage cost scenario pretty quickly and just change a few quick things like, let's say, the interest rate or the taxes and insurance, kind of those basic things we have to fill in every time. So those templates really make it quick click through it, change what I need to, and then get it out fast. So those templates are also very, very helpful.
Good. So would you say giving a mortgage coach total cost analysis to a family saves you time? And if so, how? What are some of the ways that it saves you time?
Yeah, I can just pull it all together. So if I had to do 3 different fee sheets with different loan amounts, and that takes forever. Encompass, I love Encompass, but it can be a little slow on the changing program and saving and printing and all of that. So I can get really all of those side by side, which is nice, really quickly, and it's definitely a huge time saver. And then being able to send it out. The other cool thing I know that we'll talk about at some point is I know when they're looking at it, and versus a fee sheet, if I send it off, I have no idea when they're looking at that. But when they look at their mortgage coach scenario, I can essentially have an update that they're looking at that.
And where do you get those updates? Are they emails, texts? Because you could get that alert a lot of different ways with our platform.
Yeah, so I like to be harassed. So I get it both in email and on my phone, because that way if I'm not at the office, I still get it. But if I'm at the office in my email, I'm getting that email. So I actually get that both ways right now, through the app and on my normal email computer.
Love that. So by the way, if you're either new to Mortgage Coach or you don't have that feature turned on, when the family clicks on the total cost analysis, you can get an in-app alert, an email, a text, so that you know exactly when they're looking at it. And from a follow-up standpoint, it's good to call them. Call them and, hey, I was just thinking about you. Any questions? Hey, we were just looking at the total cost analysis. What a coincidence.
Yes. Yeah, it is great, because I occasionally someone will pop in that I haven't talked to for a while, and then I know, wait a minute, they're starting to think about this again. So it does give us a heads up on who's doing what. And I'm amazed at how many people check it post-close as well. So that's a huge amount of people who still like that thing. We've made them addicted, which is good.
I love it. So, what do you know? We believe that when a family gets the total cost analysis and they consume it on their mobile device, it's better. I mean, they're more engaged. They've downloaded the app. They're getting your updates. The whole goal is go from prospect to customer for life, and that is a great step to customer for life, because now you can also deliver the annual review. Do you have any scripting or anything you say to the family so that when they get the link, they're downloading the app, they're getting the experience? You're kind of like, you're prepping them. Hey, you're a prospect that's off my grid. I want you to be a customer for life who has it. Do you say anything, any intentionality in your scripting?
Yeah, and I think that this answers what you're asking, but basically whenever I send that out, I say, here's some great options for you to look at. We can review these together on the phone. In order to view it, you need to download the mobile app, which is free. And please, let me know if you have any questions when you do that. You can always come in here and do it if you have any issues. And we'll kind of offer that, hey, call me, we can go through this together, is always good too. And, always we're here to help. Let us know what you decide. We'll be in touch in the next 3 hours to make sure you didn't have any questions on this.
I love that. So it's like a requirement. I'm going to forward this so you have your options, and you need to download the mobile app.
Right.
It's just a command. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you're looking for more scripting and advice, a lot of the interviews that I do like this, I ask that question. And I mean, I don't want to say there's like one single best script, because I think it's all about your personality and how you roll with your customers. But I mean, there's a lot of really good ones. The interview I did with Jay Crowell was really good. The interview I did with Andy Tuttle, James Carmody. Anyways, watch other scripts, other mortgage coach type interviews if you want to hear more ways that top producers are driving that experience. So this has been an awesome call. I always like to keep them like under 15 minutes, and we're like at 11, 12 minutes. I know that Bay Equity is, rolling out Mortgage Coach, integrating it into your CRM. If you're a loan officer on this call, and again, if you're an individual, you're paying yourself, it's not part of a corporate relationship, you can't get the same integrations. But if you're watching this, more and more lenders are integrating us into the pricing engine, the LOS, the CRM, and there's no CRM pricing engine or LOS that we don't integrate or that we can't integrate with. But have you checked that out yet? Are you excited about it?
I'm super excited about it, but I just found out about it, so it's on my list to look at. But I already know how to use Mortgage Coach, so I think it'll be pretty easy. I'm in BAM all the time, so I'm excited that I won't have to enter those kind of first basic things on them, because it'll already be in there. So I'm actually really, really excited, because BAM is kind of an integral part of my day with the task system and everything else that we use in there. So I'm excited for it. Yay! Yeah,
well, I mean, let's do another video once you've used it 10 times, and we'll talk about how much time is it saving? Because let's face it, every minute matters. And
yes.
In the mortgage business, we want to take time out of the mortgage experience, and we want to make it more memorable and higher impact for the family. So if you're watching this, again, Mortgage Coach will make that experience more memorable and more valuable for the family and the realtor. And I hope you're also getting the takeaway. It'll take time out of the time that you invest in doing a loan. You just got to learn to do it. So if you haven't created 20 or more total cost analysis, do it today. First 5, no, it's not faster and easier. Maybe the first 10 aren't faster and easier, but once you get past 20, it just gets easier and easier. Kathryn, anything else you'd like to share with your peers before we wrap up this awesome interview?
No, thanks for helping out my business, and Mortgage Coach has been a good tool over the years, and always happy to help and always happy to use it. So thanks, Dave.
Yeah, no, really appreciate you. So if you liked this call that we just, or this interview that we just had, like it, it's in YouTube. Click like, let Kathryn and I know you thought this was cool, and share this. If you're a manager, share it with the people that you lead. Again, your goal as a manager is to help people do more business, and getting them to use Mortgage Coach with every family is the best way to help them do more business. And if you're not a manager, just share it with your mortgage friends. So Kathryn, thank you very much. Super grateful for all the value you bring to our community.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
All right.